amazing people, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Amara, a food and a lifestyle vlogger living here in San Antonio, Texas. So in today's video, it's going to be a series of how my kids got to where we are now needing braces to fix their dentition. If you're a mom and you have kids and you're thinking of planning to get your kids braces, or there are some habits you're noticing with your kids and you're not sure whether to stop them or not, this video is definitely for you. Please continue to watch, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, because you're going to learn a lot from this mom of three. You're going to learn from my mistakes, you learn from my experiences, you're going to grab one or two things that will help you through your own journey of mommyhood. Okay, I am here to help you, I'm here to guide you, and just stick by and stay glued and continue to watch. Okay, this video is going to be two parts, like I said. So the first part will be how we got to the stage of requiring braces for my kids, then the subsequent ones will be the journey towards getting braces. So as you already saw in my previous videos, I have 3 kids and 2 of them are the ones that need braces. So my first daughter, Nena, when she was a baby, she was born with a huge gap teeth. She was a reincarnate of my mother-in-law, they told me. She also sucked on her thumb. So she sucked on her thumb to soothe herself. When she's tired, her thumb is in her mouth. When she's about to fall asleep, her thumb is in her mouth. I tried everything, believe me. I tried everything on this planet Earth to stop her from sucking her thumb. The only thing that worked for me was the nail bite liquid. There's a stop the nail bite that I got from Walmart. So I applied it on her thumb. As soon as she put that thumb in her mouth, she got that nasty taste, and that was the end of her sucking that thumb. And I was happy that I stopped it, because she goes to the daycare, and every time we are in and out of the doctor's office, because she's picking up germs, picking up infections and putting it straight in her mouth, and she's sick all the time. Every week we are at the doctor's office because she's either having a viral infection, ear infection. I was taking my kid back and forth to the doctor's office. So finally, I was happy that we stopped her from sucking her thumb. She also fell when she was about 3 years old, and when she fell, she hurt one of her front tooth, and the dentist was like, no, we need to extract it because the tooth is going to decay in the root and cause infections and cause us a big problem. So she went ahead and extracted that tooth, and the tooth took a long time to grow back. Took forever to grow back, and when it finally grew back, it came back crooked. So on top of that, we're dealing with her huge overbite, and we're dealing with her gap tooth, which apparently is not even a problem. Then we have a tooth that came in and crooked. For my daughter, I had to wait a little bit longer. So before I put in the braces, I was waiting for her to turn into a teenager. Actually, not turn into a teenager. I know that that's when they get all their permanent teeth in. But yeah, I was waiting until all her baby teeth falls off, because nobody's going to be correcting baby teeth. We got to correct the adult teeth, right? So I was waiting for the baby teeth to fall off before we can proceed to correcting and fixing her teeth. Okay, so that was for my daughter. And for my last child, Tobenna, he also had a habit, and his habit was tongue thrusting. He sucked on his tongue to soothe himself when he's tired or falling asleep and all that. I mean, his own I didn't really see it as a problem, because he wasn't putting any germs in his mouth. He was just walking with his tongue to soothe himself. But then I failed to realize that the tongue is a very large organ, and that organ was doing more damage internally. So the organ was pushing out his front tooth, was pushing it out his jaw, and everything was just protruding outside, was coming outside. And I failed to realize that until we went to the dentist, and he told me your son has an overbite, and it has grew from the last time he saw him up until now. And on top of the tongue thrusting, he's also a mouth breather. He has asthma and everything, so he kind of breathes through his mouth for some reason. And also with his huge overbite, he had difficulty chewing. First stage for him was to break that habit of tongue thrusting. And how did we break that? That one cost me at least $500 or more to break that habit. So what the dentist did was to put in a mouth guard. I'm gonna put a clip somewhere. He put in a mouth guard so that when he's trying to, so that the tongue will be uncomfortable for him to suck on, to thrust, be uncomfortable. And he had the mouth guard for 6 months, and luckily we were able to break that habit. So after 6 months, the dentist took out the mouth guard, and luckily he stopped. He wasn't tongue thrusting anymore. So, and then the dentist suggests that, look, his overbite is huge, and if he happens to start playing sports, it's gonna be a big emergency. If anything hits on his face, the first thing he's gonna lose is his teeth or tooth, whatever. So that made me nervous, but then I had to wait for him to at least shed some of the baby teeth so we can have something to walk with. So luckily, now that he's 9 years old, he has lost some of the baby teeth in the upper jaw. So we now decided to get the braces in. These are the reasons why we decided to get braces. For my daughter, who is now 13 years old, her problem was, which wasn't really a problem, like I said, the huge gap teeth, her overbite from sucking her thumb, and her teeth that came back crooked. So those were the 3 reasons for my daughter why we decided to get braces. And for my son, it was his overbite as well from tongue thrusting, his difficulty chewing. It was hard for him to chew because this teeth was all the way to the front. And then also his mouth breather. So if you're a parent and you're going through all of this, your kids have a habit, please try to stop them. If you can't stop them and the damage is already done, I'm afraid to tell you that you gotta start thinking about how to get them braces on, because perfect teeth helps with self-confidence too when it comes to these little ones, the world out there. So yes, so this concludes the part 1 of this video, and we will be moving on to the part 2.